I want to share with you a reflection on the first reading. So what's going on the first reading? Peter and the apostles are preaching in Jerusalem, and they're finding great success in their preaching. And the high priests are concerned because people are turning to the new faith, and they threaten Peter that if he continues preaching, they will incarcerate him or they will punish him. So when I was reading this passage of the Apostles, an image came to mind. It seems to me like Peter and the Apostles, they were like a river that had a huge volume of water, and the water was overflowing the river and flooding all of the ground around the river. And the priests were trying to contain the water so it didn't overflow. And they tried to contain the water with their threats. But the water was so powerful that nothing that the priests tried to do could contain the water from overflowing. So that's the image that Peter, after the resurrection, kind of represents. Such a huge passion, such a huge joy, and just commitment to the mission, that it's a huge volume of water that nothing can contain. And then I asked myself this question: if I was a river, how do I look? Am I a river that has so much water that is overflowing? Are we Catholics in the season of Easter truly rivers overflowing with joy that we need to share it with other people? If you were a river, how much volume of water are you really carrying when it comes to the Easter joy? Is this something that overflows in your heart that you have to share it with other people? And the point I'm trying to make is, it seems to me that for us Catholics, how much we share our faith with non-believers is something truly crucial. Because I think we always face the threat that we become parishioners, satisfied with coming to Sunday Mass, and the parish becomes a club where we see the same faces all the time. But in my experience and in my opinion, a parish, a household, a Catholic is only truly alive when the volume of the water overflows and needs to be shared with other people. So my encouragement for you guys and for my own life is, this Easter season, let's share the faith with at least one person. Let's be able to be so joyful because of the resurrection of Christ that our water overflows at least enough so that it can flood the life of another person. How sad would it be if we go through the whole Easter season without being able to share the good news, at least with one neighbor, with one co-worker, with one person in our family? So let us today be convicted by the example of Peter, and let us today, as we receive communion, ask the Lord, make my life look a little bit more like Peter. Make my river look more like Peter, where there's so much water that has to overflow to others.